This instrument can teach. It can illuminate, and yes, it can even inspire. But it can do so only to the extent that humans are determined to use it towards those ends. Otherwise, it is merely wires and lights in a box.
You're not your father or your grandfather. You're not your father or your grandfather. I was just trying to do something nice for you, and instead of being gracious, you're being an What? Is this too much for you to take in?
Dog with all the fun, enough to share with everyone. He has paws and I have feet, but we both run until we meet at Duke's doghouse. He has fur and I have hair, but there's a lot that we can share at Duke's doghouse. Duke's doghouse. Duke's doghouse. Welcome to Duke's doghouse.
Hello, I'm Sabrina Samuels, and all over the world, they know me as the Etiquette Guru. Sun up to sundown. My mind is always clear, it's always engaged, it's always focused on taking care of business. How can I help someone?
Finally, I see my guitar player at the time look at me going, and I'm like, oh, okay. One more look, and I'm like, shh. I just see him back this kid up. I've come across, people and everything else, and, I don't like to fight, but I go over, and I didn't mean to shove him as hard as I did, but I shoved him, and he goes flying, hits the ground, takes down a woman on a stool. His 4 boys come at me. Yeah, there was a little bit of a brawl that night there. I get 2 slugs to the face, and I'm going, that's not okay. And that caused me to react, and it led into some fists flying. Then I get past my friend, and I hit him 5 times.
That's the wonderful thing about Nero. It's all what you make of it, literally. So I did, and I got hooked. A lot of it's the imagination of the players, too. And that whole, what do they call it? Absence of reality.
The Florida Family Policy Council, protecting life, defending marriage, fighting for family, and advocating for our first liberties. The Florida Family Policy Council.
I took it all in and lived the life of a Muslim. Didn't want to offend or disappoint my family, but I did want to listen to God. I kept asking questions, and then God saved me.